Here, guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 52 the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 50.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check.
On second down, Eckler. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check that. We're like 52 right here. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep. Choose the mic right here.
Prescott now. Finding Gabriel complete. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He's coming, double up. Good. Watch twist.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. Derwin James, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
54 is Mike.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this is Gabriel on the catch. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This is caught, Watkins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taylor Gabriel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, high 7. Get him.
From the end zone, Stafford. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Shift. Gun.
Running on first down, Eckler. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety, Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54, Mike 54. Not here. Mike 54, Mike 54. Under. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Go, get out there. 54 is Mike. Check Sway.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Mike 5-4. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. We got double up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Push him back.
Prescott. That's going to be caught by Reed for a Jets touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Robert Foster, 78 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Go. Check.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
I got you, son. No. Check that. We want Mike 52 right here. I got one. Under. 52's the Mike. Check. Mike 50. Go. Get out there. Here we go.
Here's Prescott. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott from the gun. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. Do it.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Rashawn Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
No, check that. What Mike 52 right here. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. Go, go, go. Gun. Mike 52. Watch the run. 47. Mike 52. Here we go. 26.
Prescott to throw it. He'll get this to Eckler. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Kill. 27. I know he ain't got it. 52's the mic. 26.
Here's Prescott. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's got this one complete to Perriman. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Melvin Gordon, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they?
And for most defenses, it's a very uncomfortable and in a lot of ways unfamiliar spot because points are going to be scored. But the way we're seeing them today, it's almost like there's no resistance. They've got to figure out how to slow these offenses down. Maybe someone on either side can make a big play and start to wreck and disrupt the timing that we're seeing.
As we get closer to halftime here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Kill. 52, Mike, 52. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
52. Here we go, G. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 3. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10 at the
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Gordon.
Check.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Set! Get away, D! Get away, D! Alert!
Stafford on first down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it second and goal.
At the Jets' 10-yard line.
Set! Blue 60! Coming to you, coming to you.
To throw is Stafford. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford as his guys are able to regain the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Mike 52, Mike 47. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the out, watch the out. Yeah, we're going to 54, why in?
Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught by Watkins. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go, get out there, get out there. 52's the Mike, watch Mike, watch Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set. We're going to 54, why in? Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike 52, Mike 52. Go to 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott looking deep for Gabriel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
A 26-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. This is Gordon. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Set 250. Give me that ball, defense. Give me 59.
Stafford on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Foster. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here is Eckler. Room here to run. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A run for Hill. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Back. We're going to 53. Safety's creeping. Chance.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Mike's 54. 54. Here it comes. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yeah. Watch the twist.
And that'll set him back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Watch his flat. We're going to 54. 52, Mike, 52. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Switch.
Prescott now from the 50. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to them here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, 54. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Get ahead.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Hey. Omaha, ready, move. Hey, exit. Check 52.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Jets take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn. Under. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Prescott on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 52. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 38, Prescott. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Right there, 54 miles. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Gun. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Here we go, 47. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 26.
Prescott down. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here we go. Going to 54, going to 54. Line in. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Buying time to his left. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Joker. Check 31. Check 31. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in.
They'll run. Hyde. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check. Mike 54. Don't get nervous. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, kill. Hey, kill. 47. Go. 26.
On 2nd and goal. Prescott. That's going to be caught by Reed. Touchdown, Jets. Jordan Reed. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
That was his carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Stafford. Complete. Smith has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Gordon on 1st down. And some room to run now. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Check 52, come on. Check 52. Gun. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time."
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Go, get out there. Back up. We're going to 54. Why in? Watch Mike. I got it. Check.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
5-2 is a Mike. Mike 5-2. Come off the ball. Shoot.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine.
Get ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. That's complete right side to Gabriel. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
21 yards. First down, New York.
Sweat to A. Here we go, 47. Any day. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Watch the slats. 2-6. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Army.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Switch it. Come on.
Now Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our